Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Show you guys, floor in here is all prepped. We are almost ready to go for the epoxy floor pour. I just got to get up in here and hit these cracks with the little grinder, and then putty those. And then after it's cured, then we'll just run the sander over it, flatten it out. And then we'll begin just the final cleanup of debris. Just bring the big heavy vacuum in, suck all the debris out, make sure we have no dust anywhere. That way it doesn't mix in with the epoxy and cause soft spots on the floor. So we're almost there. I believe we should be pouring epoxy maybe next week. We'll spend the rest of we'll spend the rest of this weekend, first of the week, just kind of getting this thing cleaned up, ready to go, things taped off. And then we'll be pouring the epoxy floor. I've had a recent idea too. You guys know this is the fish room. So we've got a 4-foot tank going right here. We've got a 6-foot long, 220 gallon tank going right here in the middle. And then we've got another 4-foot tank going right here. And this is gonna get covered in, so we'll wall that off and putty that all up and get it all nice looking before we put the tanks up here. So over here, we planned on putting a 6-foot long, 125 gallon Aquapora tank. And what I'm thinking now is when we set it up, we're actually gonna cut a hole in the wall behind it, because in here is the studio. And I've got a bunch of stuff in here right now that we had to put back in here because of the hurricane that came through. So I gotta get all this stuff out of here. So what I'm thinking is, because this is all raw in here, I think what we're gonna do is, we're gonna cut a hole in the wall, and then we'll put the 125 up here. And here in the studio, you're gonna be able to see it through the wall right there, through the nice little cutout, framed out area. So from the studio, you'll be able to look at one of the fish tanks from the studio. So I think that'll create a really cool background area, because the podcast studios, or the podcast table, is gonna go right here. This door's coming off. We'll wall that in. It'll have a flat screen on that wall, and we'll have the podcast table right here. So one of the walls that you'll see at times in camera angles will have that fish tank on it. And I think it'll be a pretty cool addition, man, here in the podcast, to kind of here in this little studio, just to kind of have that fish tank there is going to just enhance everything in here. So I'm looking forward to doing that build and showing you guys that as well. But for now, we gotta get the floor finished. So we'll get the cracks puttied, we'll get it finalized with the sanding, and we'll get this floor poured, and we'll show you guys that video in a couple of weeks. Thumbs up, make sure everybody sees it.